Boris Johnson is embroiled in another row over the omission of inconvenient truths. Lloyd Geit is the independent advisor on ministers' interests, a.k.a. the ethics advisor. I love these titles. And it has emerged today from a letter he wrote to Boris Johnson that he doubts whether he would have cleared Johnson of breaching sleaze rules over the refurbishment of his Downing Street flat had he known about certain texts that Johnson sent to the millionaire Tory donor Lord Brownlow. Johnson says he failed to disclose the texts because he had changed his phone after his number had become publicly available. I didn't realise Boris Johnson's number became publicly available. I assume he got all sorts of unwanted phone calls, but he no longer had the old phone. Security had it, and he did not recall the message exchange. But he offered, and I quote, a humble and sincere apology. No doubt Johnson's enemies are going to jump on this, and he has previous, which isn't going to do him any favours. What do we think, folks? Guilty or not guilty? Nick, what's your view?
Yeah, well, what Boris did, he did a sort of classic thing. He basically said, new phone, who dis? He said that he said that he changed his WhatsApp number so that he didn't have access. He changed his phone number, like he said, so he didn't have access to the WhatsApp messages. Of course, that's not really how it works. You can easily access your WhatsApp messages, some cynics have pointed out, on the internet.
Yeah.
Even if you change your phone number. So it wasn't a great excuse. But, yes, basically, he should have disclosed these messages at the time. And yeah, Lord Geit has said it could have been a very different outcome.
But he could access them, but he might just have not accessed them because he's kind of... You don't imagine he's that technically competent, do you?
How dare you?
You're not going to phone up Boris Johnson if your computer needs repairing.
Right. Well, yeah, so, we don't know if he... Yes, he could have... Yes, you're saying he just didn't access them.
Yeah.
Some people, I mean, Angela Rayner says it's a pretty thin excuse.
You imagine he gets a lot of messages and he doesn't... You know, some people don't respond to their WhatsApp messages. It's quite annoying. I imagine Boris Johnson would be one of those people.
He seems to respond to a lot from Dominic Cummings, doesn't he, though? There seems to be an awful lot of WhatsApp messages from Boris.
That's what I think. I think we've got a new lockdown coming. Basically, if you do a graph of every time one of his lies gets caught out, suddenly it's like, oh, we're going to have another lockdown. Literally, I'm sure you can superimpose the two over each other.
So what's the next letter over Omicron?
I don't know. I think whatever the next thing that's going to be coming out, he's like praying for some like new mutation, so he can hide this. He's obviously lied. He's been totally caught out. Like every angle of this has been caught out. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't know before, and now he's just like, it's so obvious that he knew. It's in his own words that he knew that this was where the money was coming from. I don't see how he can get away with this unless there is another lockdown.
I thought there was a sort of bit of respite for Johnson. He sort of had a bad time going into Christmas, and he sort of came into the new year last 2 or 3 days. He sort of got his energy back. But you obviously not. You don't look at the world through the same spectacles as I do.
But the thing is, it's almost like it's so expected now that people. It's whether there's going to be genuine outrage out there in the street or not. People know that he's a liar. And now are they used to it? Are they just going to forgive him and go, oh yeah, that's just he's a liar, isn't he? He's that mate down the pub who just.
I find it quite interesting. The Guardian, the Independent, all the lefties are all over this story, and all the sort of the Telegraph and the Express, all the righties are all talking about the cost of living crisis.
Yeah,
quite interesting. The different agenda on a sort of this is a kind of no news day really at the end.
But this is a big story. I mean, this is our Prime Minister. I'm sorry, you could say allegedly. To me,
just helping him out.
He's just lied. He's just been caught out lying. He can say, "Oh, I forgot." Like he wrote those words down that he knew. Oh yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Can I sort the money out? Can you sort the? Yeah, mate. I sorted the money out. It's all right. There's you go. Oh, I totally forgot that happened. And the person that is ridiculous is, I'm sorry to say, but the. Lord Geit, who's, supposed to be the person who's meant to be taking charge and looking into this and stuff, he's like, oh, I was going to quit, but now I'm not going to quit because Boris has promised me that I'm going to get some better laws and we're going to have, more people working for me and stuff. It's like, don't take his word. He's like, yeah, in April is like, you're going to get the rewards. Why you know that he's lied here?
One of the things I liked in the story was the name of the interior designer.
Yeah, Lulu.
Was it Lulu something?
Lulu Little.
Lulu Little.
Yeah.
If you were writing an interior designer in a sitcom,
yeah.
it's got to be called Lulu Little.